So I've done a few things like this, when it's like a sign for a hotel, but it looks terrible. You wouldn't really want to go there, but I do. I really want to go there. Sometimes I'll paint a picture of a particular place, and sometimes I'll paint a picture of a feeling I had, or an image from I kind of picked up along the way. Starting a painting is really to kind of rebuild from chaos. I almost intentionally make mistakes and just play with it until I kind of pull it out of the mess in a way. It's also a way of me getting over the fact that, or the intimidation of a big white canvas in front of you. I paint the place. I go and I photograph it and I do drawings when I'm there, and I know I'm going to get something out of it. When I was living in Greece, I saw this guy's signs in this restaurant and they were all misspelt and they were really funny and great. And I was laughing at his signs and he said, "What's wrong?" I said, "Well, look at this spelling and everything." He goes, "Okay, will you fix it for me?" So I fixed his signs and made some new signs for him, and then it just sort of snowballed and I became the local sign writer. The way I jump around, like, it used to really bother me that I wasn't one of those artists who did the same subject matter all the time. I used to think this is not going to work, but now I'm used to it, and I just accept that that's my way of doing things. The fact I use all this text now still in my work is sort of like a legacy of my past working life. But also, when I left school, I started an apprenticeship as a spray painter, because all I knew back then was I like cars and I like colour, and it was like, that was it, I'll become a spray painter. So there's elements of that way of doing things and fixing things, and that's in my work too. So everything sort of adds to the pot, I guess, the things you do in life. This is my upcoming exhibition for Jan Murphy Gallery. The title of the show is Summerland. It's loosely based on themes of summer and travelling and nostalgia, and basic sort of imagery I associate with summer, and the feelings that are evoked through summer. It's more of a metaphor really for escapism. I grew up in Melbourne in the 70s in a very cold climate. Queensland seemed like this sort of faraway tropical paradise. It's a bit like in Mad Max 2, like they're going to get on the bus and they're going to get to this paradise, but does it really exist? These works, I guess, are based off my love of the classic roadside homemade signs that you see up and down, not just the East Coast, but all over the world. These are painted on truck tarpaulin that I procure or glean from truck companies and things like that. So they've got all these seams and holes and great kind of messed up sort of quality about them that really works with this sort of imagery. Cadaqués is a place in Spain that I love to visit. It was also where Salvador Dali used to live, and his house is there. This is like the sign for the Cadaqués fish market that doesn't exist, but I just made it, So it's about nostalgia, It's about me wanting to get, go back there, and just memories of travelling through Spain. I also paint actual places I visit. I like just sitting down somewhere and watching the world go by, and composing things in my head and drawing things and trying to find interesting compositions and pictures out of things that are sort of everyday, just everyday life, sort of find beauty and meaning in places you wouldn't expect to find it, I guess.